Though the usual metric fans love to debate when it comes to superheroes will always be power, infinite or otherwise, many a forum has been set ablaze regarding the superhero genre's fastest comic book characters as well. Ever since The Flash faced off with the Man of Steel in Superman number 199, characters from both Marvel and DC have been matched against each other in an attempt to find who's truly the speediest of all. The race isn't exclusive to just heroes either, as countless other villains, both prominent and otherwise, have given the likes of the Justice League and the Avengers a good run for their money in the past. With that in mind, I'm Ewan from What Culture, and here are DC and Marvel's 8 fastest superheroes. Number 8, Makari. Makari, one of the principal members of the group created by Jack Kirby, is their fastest member, and a being who could provide any speedster with a worthy challenge. The main difference between this particular character and other heroes with super speed, however, is that the speed actually takes its toll on Makari over time. Fatigue is a major concern, so while he can speed around without problem most of the time, prolonged use of the power can lead to problems. Number 7, Shazam. The original Captain Marvel may look like just another version of Superman on the surface, but his abilities are magical in nature and don't stem from a sci-fi premise. They actually originate with a Greek and Roman pantheon of gods, with the character possessing the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles. Oh, and what's that other one? Ah, yes, the speed of Mercury. Shazam is very fast and can move past the speed of light. At one point he moved so fast that he entered the 5th dimension, placing him among the fastest beings in the DC universe and ensuring that his counterpart in Metropolis keeps a watchful eye over his shoulder when it comes to competition. Number 6, Quicksilver. Quicksilver may not have been fast enough to evade death in Avengers Age of Ultron, but he's still one of Marvel's premier speedsters and a cracking character in his own right. Able to break the sound barrier on a whim, the hero, a mutant in the comics and the son of Magneto as well, can move up to speeds of Mach 11, easily outpacing all manned aircraft and allowing the character to create his own weather effects too. Interesting to note on top of that is that Quicksilver actually had his power levels increased by the High Evolutionary, who exposed him to a compound known as Isotope E. That's what originally allowed him to reach those higher tier Mach levels, and though he might not be the fastest man alive, Pietro Maximoff is still one of the quickest out there. Number 5, Silver Surfer. The Silver Surfer is still the coolest looking superhero going, and having been charged with being Galactus' herald in the past, it makes sense that he's also a bit speedy. Gotta find those meals somehow. Wielding the power cosmic, the Surfer isn't just one of Marvel's most powerful heroes, but one of their quickest as well, being able to accelerate past the speed of light and enter a state of hyperspace at his top speed, something only Scott of What Culture Gaming is able to match. The fact Norrin Radd speeds along on a cosmic surfboard really does complete the aesthetic, but even though he can reach these incredible speeds, other characters have managed to outrun him in the Marvel Universe. That in itself is totally bizarre, but while they may be faster than the Cosmos' shiniest ally, none will ever be quite as cool. Number 4, the Runner. One of the characters to have actually outrun the Surfer, the being known as the Runner is actually also an Elder of the Universe, meaning that he's really, really old. The Runner is also, as you may have guessed from the name, rather quick. So quick, in fact, that he's actually made a habit out of outrunning some of the Marvel mythos' speediest beings. He even survived being eaten by Galactus, causing the Planet Eater to suffer from the rather hilariously dubbed condition of cosmic indigestion. Possessing the power primordial, the Elder is able to run over 7 times faster than the speed of light, making him one of the most powerful beings in the cosmos, even if he does lack the appeal of his silver counterpart. Number 3, Superman. Superman may have famously lost most of his races with the Flash, but he's still the Scarlet Speedster's closest rival when it comes to super speed. As for Clark Kent himself, though he's raced pretty much every Flash going, from Jay Garrick to Wally West, his super speed is best illustrated by his more typical displays of heroics. Combined with his power of flight and super strength, the Man of Steel's sound-breaking powers of super speed have given him the upper hand in plenty of confrontations, being able to use his momentum to send villains packing, only to meet them at their peak velocity and send them crashing down in the opposite direction. It's also important to contextualize the last son of Krypton's abilities. While on Earth he's able to break speeds upwards of Mach 9, in space, Kal has been able to enter light speed, thereby preserving his status as one of the quickest beings in the DC universe. Number 2, the Flash family. Yeah, this may technically be cheating, but seeing as how most Flash characters are all able to operate at a similar speed level, it makes sense to include them in the same bracket. Most Flash characters. Because though yes, the Allens may be among the fastest members of the Flash family, there are others in the mythos who've managed to outrun them. Though there have been other speeders to have come and gone over the years, including the likes of Jesse Quick, Godspeed, and more, when it comes to the world of the Flash, Barry, Bart, and the likes of Hunter Zolomon and Eobard Thawne are all undoubtedly the quickest. As far as their powers go, they don't really need much introduction. All are connected to the Speed Force in some way, and with many of Flash Tale having involved the likes of Barry, Bart, Jay, and more running through hyper time, breaking time streams, or even outrunning the physical embodiment of death itself, the Black Racer, which yes, is as cool as it sounds, it's clear that the medium's premier speedsters all belong to this particular family. And number 1, Wally West. Wally West is the fastest man alive, so Flash War has decided, and once you weigh up all his accomplishments, it's easy to see why. To many, Wally is their Flash, and his re-emergence into mainstream DC continuity brought with it a great many ructions in the time stream. Flash War saw the character face the consequences of his absence by fighting with Barry Allen, and though they ultimately resolved their differences by the arc's end, the biggest talking point was the speed Wally managed to achieve in the finale. Approaching a level of hyper time and in pursuit of Hunter Zolomon, Wally, already directly connected to the Speed Force, is given a talking to by Barry, who then concedes that West has always been the quickest Flash going, a claim the red-haired speedster backs up by catching up with Zolomon, and then outpacing him, shortly after being reminded that the source of his speed stems from the fact he's always embraced the power of the Speed Force itself. It's a major victory for the Wests, and for fans of Wally in particular, myself included.
The Force is with us. What Culture Star Wars is our brand new channel dedicated to all things Star Wars.
We got lists, we got news, we got editorials, we've got ups and downs. We'll be covering everything to do with Star Wars, past, present, and future. It doesn't matter whether you're a prequels kind of person, an original trilogy purist, or if you just really love the sequels. If you love Star Wars, this will be a safe, positive space to come and relax, chug some blue milk, and maybe even have a death stick or two. In the meantime, it would be very droopy McCool of you if you could subscribe to the channel and follow us on social media so you don't miss any of our uploads going forward. That's all for now though. I've been Ewan, and until next time, may the Force be with you. Bye!